out to each and every one of you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to your girl, Siren, right here on the Siren Speak Show. Hello. Hey, y'all. Happy, Wednesday? I think it is. Happy Wednesday, y'all. And shout out to each and every one of you. And a big old shout out to those of you who come inside of the building and give this video a big old fat thumbs up. Okay, shout out to all of my souls, people who have souls in the building, who know how it is when you step into someone's house and you say, hi, how are you? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to each and every one of you. Like I said, thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate it. Y'all, today we're going to be discussing some stuff. We're going to be discussing some stuff. Today's topics, love and technology. Now, remember on Monday, we ended off with just general technology info. But today we're going to go with love and technology. Okay. Also today we're going to be talking about some healthy alternatives to plastic surgery, you guys, because a lot of you, I feel like with today's society, the way social media is, it tends to affect us. And then we have a lot of influencers who tend to affect us as well. Okay. And I feel like there are alternatives, to a good old plastic surgery. Not that I'm against it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying there can be some healthier alternatives for those of you who may not really want to go through it, or some of us don't have the coin, for it, or some of us just feel like, something is pulling us away from it. There are some healthy alternatives that you can do, you guys, to plastic surgery, and we're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about how to survive Mercury's retrograde. You guys, if you're not aware, the planet Mercury is going to be going full on retrograde come June the 29th, I believe. It is going to be retrograde in the beautiful sign of Cancer. So, mommy issues can come up, either you as a maternal mother, or you and your mother or your grandmother, or it could be something that you gave birth to, like a business. Something may be coming up for each and every one of you. If you want to know in detail what it is that is coming up for you, then you can go on over to spiritualcandies.com and you can book yourself a consultation with your girl Siren, and we can find out all about it, you guys. Okay. Hey to everyone who's tuned up into, hey y'all. Okay. Hey to California. Okay. Hey Cali up in the building. Girl, they let y'all come through. Yes, they do. Okay, so before we go ahead and get into it, you guys, let's talk about what it is that's going on up in the shop. And then we're also going to give a shout out to the sponsors of the Siren Speak Show. Okay, let's go ahead and start out with that. Let's give a big old shout out to Southern Soul LA, you guys. Southern Soul LA is an LA-based soul food restaurant. If you have not tasted this food, I don't know if you've lived life. You haven't lived life until you have tasted this food. If ever you are in the Los Angeles area, you guys, make sure you go and you get a plate of food from Southern Soul LA. It is one of the best plates that I have ever had in my life. I promise you, I'm not just saying this, okay? It is seriously one of the best plates of food I have ever had in my life, you guys. So make sure you check them out. It is Southern Soul LA. They also have a website. You can go there and you can, call, get them at however you got to do it. Get there if you can. However you got to get there, honey, get there. Trust me. You don't want to miss out on this, all right? Also, we want to give a big old shout out to Fam First Entertainment, you guys. It is not only a Miami-based record label. Fam First Entertainment is your full-on entertainment service, meaning regardless of what form of entertainment you're having, they can meet all of your needs, okay? If you're having a party, if you're having a corporate party, a Christmas party, a birthday party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a funeral, whatever it is, you guys, they have everything that you need. It is literally a one-stop shop for any event that you could possibly have. They have the connects for everything. So if you need food, if you need decorations, bounce house, if you need a DJ or whatever it is that you need, you guys, they are a full-on one-stop shop service, okay, for your entertainment needs, all right? So shout out to Fam First Entertainment, and thank you guys for sponsoring the Siren Speak Show. And of course, you guys, please be advised that the views, the beliefs of the Siren Speak Show are not those of my sponsors, okay? So I don't want y'all thinking, oh, that's how they think. Listen, it ain't got nothing to do with them. It's all me, okay? So what is going on up in the shop? Spiritualcandies.com is what we're talking about, you guys. With spiritualcandies.com, listen, y'all, I think y'all need to know, okay? The time has come, right? The time has come for me to go on another vacation. So with that being said, you guys, lots of the things with spiritual candies, okay, on the website will not be available, maybe for like about a year or two. I'm going to be taking a nice vacation because I'm going to be working on myself. So I'm really giving myself that time to work on me. I've done so much work for people, for everybody. I mean, people's lives have changed tremendously from the work that I do when I work with people. And it's just time for me to see that next level of my life, which is going to require that I focus on myself. Okay. So consultations, specific works are not going to be available. So now will be the time for, if you have any work that you need to get done or that you want to get done, now will be the time to do any of that work, because I will not be doing any major work, any karmic work, any shadow work, any of that for anybody for about a year or two. Okay, so you will only be able to go to the site. You will be able to get like a consultation. You will be able to get like a general, oil. It won't be anything customized. It will be things that are just listed on the site that we will have. Products for like protection, for abundance, product for like, just dealing with healing and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. Okay, but it will be general staple items that you guys can use. And of course, y'all know that protection spray, the body wash, all of that stuff is very good. So, it will be there to help you to get through whatever it is that you're going through. But as far as any specific working, any specific like mentor, none of that will be done. Okay. Maybe again in 2028, y'all. All right. So I'm looking forward to this. Like I say, it's time for me to, start seeing some things for myself, you guys. It's time for me to really focus on me. And I need to bring a testimony. It's time for another testimony for your girl, Siren, of course. Right. So let's go ahead and get talking, you guys. Let's go ahead and talk about the topics of the day, which is starting out with love, 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 love. We're going to talk about love and technology. This day and age, there's so many of us that how do I want to say this, y'all? First of all, my eyelash is like falling off. Okay. I think I'm going to have to take it off. I'm going to let it stay as long as it will. But when it comes to love and technology, with today's age, a lot of people say, Siren, it's just easier or more convenient to meet somebody via the internet, right? Social media, DMs, things of that nature. So, I'm like, I don't know. When I had social media like that, I just never used to check my DM, it just was never anybody or anything that was worth either responding to or looking at. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. I just wasn't that person to check those DMs, but a lot of you do. Okay, so let's talk about how it is that you want to keep it elegant. Okay, for those of us who are into this technology type of love, okay? Love and technology. For those of you who, you want to give somebody, or you meet people on Instagram, or you meet people on, Facebook, or I don't know how you meet people or whatever, but let's just talk about how to be sexy via social media, okay? I think we're going to change it to that. How to be sexy and elegant via social media, okay? Because social media, I feel like, is very tricky, and it can take a connection to some crazy levels without you wanting to go in that direction, okay? So let's say you meet somebody via social media, okay, out the DMs, okay? From DM to marriage, that's the craziest shit I have ever heard, okay? But it does exist and it does happen, right? So first of all, we want to create elegant boundaries, right? The first thing you have to do, and this is with any and everybody that you converse with via social media, you want to create elegant boundaries, okay? So DM, he hit you up in a DM, okay, late night. Do not respond. After a certain time, do not respond until the next business day or the next day. Okay, let's say you get a DM 4 o'clock in the morning and you just so happen to be up. That don't mean respond. Okay, let's say you get a DM 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's say you get a DM 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's say you get create a healthy boundary for you to say, okay, I'm not going to respond to DMs that come through after, let's say, 9 o'clock p.m. Right? Let's say 9 o'clock p.m. I'm not going to respond to any DMs that come through because, you got to create some nice, healthy, sexy boundaries. When people feel like they can access you like that, they will. Okay, they will definitely try to access you like that. So you definitely want to make sure that you are creating some healthy boundaries. Okay. All right. So for those DMs that come through, you definitely want to say, all right, get back to them the next day. Don't get back to them right away. Don't get back to them after a certain time, you guys, because, that come off as a little easy, to access you. There's no way I'm going to respond to a DM of somebody who, is messaging me 2 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely, positively not going to happen. Okay. So let's say, all right, how long should you wait when it gets from DM to him getting your phone number, right? So now that he has hit you up in the DM, right? I don't think they should get your phone number right away. Now, I do know that you can do calls on DM. You can do calls on Instagram. So I would say, allow them to call you via Instagram without them getting your phone number. Okay, I'm going to take this off. Without them getting your phone number, allow them to call you or you call them on Instagram. That way you don't have to exchange phone numbers. And if this person is become out to be psycho, you don't have to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? You're getting to know them without, having to exchange phone numbers. So I would say, leave it like that for about the first month. I think that is fine. I ain't gonna lie. Nowadays, because people be hiding a lot of stuff. I would say for the first 4 weeks. Now, remember, you're going to be going out on dates with this person. Remember, after week 1, you should have a date. If you don't have a date and you haven't met this person in person, because a lot of people will tell you, a lot of men right now will say, I live out of town. Then you should date out of town. Okay? You should date where you live. Don't let them tell you, oh, I live out of town. That is a lie, y'all. People be lying. Okay, if they felt like they could not access you or get with you or get to you, they would not reach out to you. Okay, they would not reach out to you if they felt like you're a woman who they not trying to holler at nobody over in Canada. If they over in this, the United States over here, they're not trying to holler at nobody over in Indonesia. No, they're only accessing women. They know where you live. Okay, where state you live in. They're only reaching out to women that they know that they can have access to. Because if you say yes for tonight, damn sure he'll be there. So a lot of men I've noticed, are saying, oh, I live out of town when they reach out to you on DM. That's their way of not taking you out right away. Well, I'm so sorry. I really feel like this would have been a great connection. Thank you so much for reaching out. But I'm only interested in moving forward with those who are local and I can, have a good time and meet in person right away. Otherwise, men will drag you. Okay, they will drag you for months and years, promising you all of this stuff and listen, all of that I live out of town BS. Listen. Okay, don't fall for the okie doke. So you definitely want to make sure that, what was it? Okay, so if he DM you, you don't want to respond until the next day. Okay, that was one thing. And then, you want to make sure that you have a date within that first week. Okay, after that, y'all, I'm sorry. If you've been talking to him for 3, 4, 5 weeks and 2, 3, 4 months, and y'all just been DMing back and forth, and now y'all moved on from DM to phone calls, you're selling yourself short. He shouldn't have your phone number until after at least the second or third date, if he makes it that far. Why give him your phone number and you haven't even gone on a first date? So what time frame are you going to give yourself to move from, DMing to now you can call me, right? Now you can pick up the phone. You can, dial my number. I would say wait it out. After about 2 or 3 dates, then y'all can go from, calling on Instagram or calling each other from Facebook or however. They have so many different ways you can reach out to each other without exchanging phone numbers. Then after so many dates, after like date number 3, you can give them your phone number. Right now you can move forward with, I really feel like this is going somewhere. Because otherwise, when you talk to people via, social media, you use IG to call them and stuff like that. Those calls are not, tracing your phone, but they're traced on the app, of course. But, those people can't find out where you are. Okay. And you don't want to give these people access to you right away. Like you can't be thirsty like that to say, okay, you done DM me 3 times. So now you get my phone number. Absolutely, positively not. Maybe after 2 or 3 dates, then I would say, all right, let me get your phone number. Now, we're talking about those of you who are dating via technology, Okay, this is what we're talking about from Instagram to the wedding chapel. I didn't want to have this conversation, but y'all messaging me. Y'all want to hear this. Okay, so I'm just going to give y'all my 2 cents. I'm going to give y'all my opinion, and that's all it is. It's my 2 cents and my opinion. Okay, so I feel like this is how you date via social media with a little elegance, with a little class. Because when he noticed you don't respond to him after a certain time, he's going to stop sending you messages after that time. He's going to send you messages via some appropriate hours of the day. But if he's going to get a response, if he's going to throw that fishing bait out there and he get a pull, of course he's going to continue to do it. So from the very first one, just do not answer no DM after a certain time. Whatever time that is for you, it's going to be different for each and every one of us, okay? For me, it'll be strictly business hours because you ain't got no business DMing me, okay? So it'll be strictly during business hours, right? That's it. 5 o'clock shutdown. I ain't responding back to nothing until tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Okay? So setting healthy boundaries, all right? How long are you going to wait before you give him your phone number? How many conversations? I would say dates. If after the first week you don't have a date, definitely no phone number. Okay, definitely no phone number. If after week 1, you don't have a date, you done chatted with him, in a DM and stuff like that, and he talking about he out of town, then guess what? You're not for me. You need to cut that one off right away. Don't allow them to come in and play on your top like that, okay? So now another one we need, no late night phone calls. Even if you are allowing him to call you, okay, from the app, if you are allowing him to call you, you need to have a boundary as to how late you're going to receive calls, y'all. This is just how you demand and command a level of respect. Because we want to meet with gentlemen, okay? We want to meet with providers, and providers are just, they're a different breed of a gentleman, right? They don't ever want to disrespect you or come across as, disrespectful or misleading or things of that nature. Okay, because when a guy is going to provide for you, he's now an investor. He's investing in you. He's investing in your well-being. He's investing in your stability. So he's not going to take you for a joke. Okay. So no late night calls. How late is it that you will talk to somebody? I cannot imagine, even back in the day, honey, a dude calling me 1, 2 in the morning. Oh my God. I don't even know if I ever gave a dude my number that will call me that time, that will call me that late. I've always been like that. You know what I'm saying? I've always been to the point where it's like, listen, don't play with me. I'm a grown woman. I ain't got time for no games. So if you're going to play, you better be smart about it. So no late night calls. What is late for you? Even if it's the weekend, I don't care if it's the weekend. You're not calling me after 10 o'clock on Saturday. I would say after 9 o'clock, honestly. Because guess what? All the restaurants are closed. So you're not trying to take me out on a date, right? So I would say no late night phone calls. Develop a time that is considered late for you, and do not answer that phone. Do not respond, okay? After that time. I don't care what happened, okay? So no cheap dates, right? That's another thing that we want to talk about. Cheap dates. If someone say, okay, well, I wouldn't mind taking you out. Let's go out. Wouldn't mind seeing you. Because, when you meet somebody on the internet, you want to see what they look like, y'all. Y'all got to stop, letting these men catfish you. You want to see what they look like. You want to meet them in person. You want to see, touch, and feel what it is that you're coming in contact with. You don't want somebody who could just catfish you and tell you one thing, especially when, you meeting him from the DM, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you push for that first date, okay, within that first week, within those first 7 days, right? You want to see him in person. You want to make sure that who it is that you're conversing with is actually who it is that you are conversing with. So no cheap dates. I know, it's going to be the first date, okay, but no cheap dates, you guys. Oh, I know, because sometimes men will reach out to you and be like, oh, like they'll try to make it seem like they're so busy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes time to do something fun, or when it comes time to do something exclusive, but, oh, I ain't got no problem. I can run you up the Whataburger real quick. What? Okay, no cheap dates. What you want to do is you list all of the exclusive, expensive, bougie restaurants that you want to go to, right? I'm talking $300 dinners and stuff like that between the two of you. I'm talking restaurants that you know that you don't take yourself out to. You got to reach out for something exclusive, right? Write down a list of restaurants that you want to go to. And you go through your DMs and you find somebody to take you to each and every one of them restaurants. Okay, Timmy gonna take you to one. Jonathan gonna take you to another. Mark gonna take you to another. Okay, this way you get to experience all of your desires, okay, and get it out the way. So you want to make sure that you don't sign up for any cheap dates. Oh, I only got time. I'm late. I'm doing well. You need to reach out to me when you have time to, devote towards me and a date. I want a healthy date. I want your undivided attention during that date. You know what I'm saying? So you reach back out to me when you can give me your undivided attention, and we'll connect at that time. Right? So no cheap dates, no last minute things, no, because when they reach out late, ain't nothing open late like that. Nothing that you want to go to is open late like that. So all of those late night hours and stuff like that, absolutely, positively not. Okay. When you are on the date, no conversations about the ex. Okay, I tell you guys that a lot. I don't care who it is. No conversations. If they were not married, okay, or have any children, even if they were married, if they have children or if they have any type of business affairs together, then okay. Right? If they are ex, and let's say they wasn't married, but maybe they had a business together and they still have that business together, or, maybe they were not married, but they have children together. So now she's the baby mom. Those are the only women that you care to hear about his connection with. Okay. If he's still connected with these women, you want to understand what type of relationship, what type of co-parenting they're doing. Those are the type of things, you don't want to hear about why they broke up. That ain't what we're talking about right there. We don't want to hear about what y'all went through, what led to the breakup and stuff like that. We want to know, how is it that you all are moving forward? Okay. Will she be coming to the house? Do she drop the kids off to the house, or do she drop them off to your mama house, or do you go pick them up from school, when she drop them off to the school? You want to know things of that nature, right? Because if she's going to be coming over to that house and you are going to be at that house, sometime, then you don't want to deal with somebody who you don't know what her mental is like. I would say if she's a baby mama, or if she is some sort of ex-wife that he still has some sort of affairs with, I would recommend that you ask him to invite her out on a dinner date for the two of you to meet eventually, right? I would ask that, you meet her first with him, and then you meet her again after him. That way you build your own relationship with her. You know what I'm saying? Because when kids are involved, we just need to be more mature, right? So you can build your own relationship with her. And I ain't gonna say trust her. Some women can be good. Some women can be very classy. I ain't gonna lie, but be very careful, right, about her. But I would say build your own connection with her. Because if you're going to be around her children, she needs to know you and you need to know her. If you have children and you guys are going to merge the family and stuff, we got to be on our grown woman, okay? You can't be on no BS, right? You should be able to pick up the phone and call her and be like, girl, look, I'm going to take the kids to such and such this weekend. I just wanted to let you know. You know what I'm saying? Do they have any allergies or things of that? Because the men don't know that. You should be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, girl, I'm taking the kids over here. They're going to be eating this. Is it okay if I take them here or visit? I'm going to be going to my family house and they having a party. Is it okay if I take the kids, with my kids to my cousin's house because she's going to be giving her, like, stuff like that is so fly to me. Like, I just don't like when women feel like they have to compete with each other or fight against each other or hate each other. Like, we can raise these kids as woman to woman. We could raise these kids together. Hey, girl, I know you working Thursday, but, LaKyra teacher, she called, and is it okay? Would you mind if I go talk to the teacher? Because I know you got to work, but if it's okay and I can FaceTime you when I get there. Like the way we can raise kids as a village, you guys, as opposed to hating each other and against each other and things of that nature. Listen, it can all be so simple, right? So when it comes to his ex, you guys, no conversations about the ex, okay? You are not his therapist. This is not a therapy session. This is a date. Okay, I don't care what happened between the two of you. I don't care why y'all broke up. It's none of my business. The fact that y'all not together is why I'm sitting at this table with you. Okay, so we're looking at what we can do to move forward. And please do not bring up any conversations about your ex neither. Don't be, oh, look, Daryl hurt me, and and listen, cut it out. Cut it out, okay? So we don't want to hear about his ex, and we don't want you rambling on about your ex, okay? This is about being in the present moment and what we're going to do to build a great future together if this is somebody that you see yourself being with, okay? So no ex conversation. So first of all, we're moving from DMs, okay, to dinner tables, right? So we got to move him from the DM to the dinner table, to the date, right? So remember, no late night responses to any DMs. You got to create a healthy time for you. After 9 o'clock, after 10 o'clock, okay, right? Keep the phone conversations via the app until, okay? Don't give him your phone number if he ain't take you out on a date yet. If you have not been out on a date, he should not be able to call you or access you. You're giving him too much access to you. And he hasn't proven himself as a provider yet. Okay, if he really wants to date you, talk to you and things of that nature, he would do what it takes to get there, right? So we want to make sure that we're still conversing with him via the app. Do not give him your phone number until after date number 2, okay? If you're interested. So after date number 2, if you're still interested in him, then you can say, okay, all right, I'll give him my phone number, okay? No cheap dates. Okay, write down all the bougiest restaurants you know about. If he can't take you to one of them, he's not the provider you're looking for. Period. Okay, if he can't take, if your date say Olive Garden and he can't take you there, he's not the provider you're looking for. Don't waste your time unless you're just hungry and you want something to eat. Okay, now if you're hungry and you want something to eat, I'm all for it. Yes, I am. Right? So no cheap dates, okay? No conversations in regards to the ex, you guys, okay? And please, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your body, but you may want to hold out on any form of intimacy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how fine he is, okay? You may want to hold out on any form of intimacy for as long as you can. That's all I'm going to say, for as long as you can, okay? One thing I don't want you guys to do is picture texting. First of all, if he asks you for a picture, that's the most, I cannot stomach that. That is just one of my pet peeves. I cannot stand when a man asks for a picture. Oh, send me a picture. Text me a picture. I'm like, baby, I got Instagram. I got about 500 pictures on there, and those are all my best pictures. They edited and all. Go pick one from my profile. Okay? I got a whole bunch of pictures over there. What more do you want? If you want to see anything outside of that, you need to take me on a date. You need to come and you need to, engage with me in person. That way you ain't got to worry about no damn pic. You got the real thing right there in front of you. Okay? So no picture text, you guys. Once you do exchange phone numbers, don't send. If he want to see you that bad, then you need to come and take me out on a date. Okay? Stop making it convenient for him to stay away. Right? Stop making it comfortable for him to stay away, because he could be laying up with somebody. You don't know that. He's just using you for the entertainment. He's just using you for the mind of it all. Okay? We want to limit text, okay? You want to limit your text. I think when you first meet him, when you first get those DMs and stuff like that, you don't want full-on conversations. Limit what it is that your response is, because you want to get him to move forward. Remember, we're trying to get him from the DMs to the dinner table. So, hey, how you doing, beautiful? Oh, I'm doing great, thank you. I hope you're having a great day as well. Later. Okay, very straight to the point. Okay, not being rude or disrespectful, but very much so straight to the point. Do not give him too much conversation. He's going to lose interest. You're gonna, get Well, I would love to know more about you. Oh, well, definitely. I'm available Saturday for a date. I can discuss, much over dinner. Who want to be back and forth texting all damn day? You got to get him from the DMs to the dinner table. Okay. Well, I'm available Saturday. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite restaurants, okay, has some reservations available. Shall I book one now? Okay. Let me go ahead and send you the reservation, create a reservation, and you can send it to him, because sometimes you have to put your card on file. I love that. So you have to put your card on file to reserve that table or whatever, and let him confirm it that way. We have to make sure that we are helping them to become providers, because a lot of men will run away from that. And the least amount they have to provide, they will. Okay, so don't give them too much conversation. Keep your messages very direct and very short. Okay, that's how you're going to get him interested in you, right? He's going to want to get to that date. He's going to want to go on that date, because he's going to want to hear more about you. He's going to want to get more from you. But if you're giving it all to him right then and there, honey, then that's it. Okay, so that's how I would suggest you get a guy from the DMs to the dinner table, honey, and from the DMs to the altar. From the DMs to the altar, honey. If y'all trying to marry these men via social media, it is what it is. That's y'all business, okay? That is y'all business. So we're going to move on with that, you guys. That is our conversation for love and technology, honey. I wish you guys the best when it comes to these relationships. And like I said, if he say he live out of town, move on. No more interaction. That's it. Oh, wow. I didn't, it's okay. That's fine. I tell you what, if ever you're in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? If ever you decide to move in Georgia, there's no reason for you to converse back and forth with him. If he's in one state and you're in another state, what is the purpose? All that flying back and forth, you're not looking for a long distance provider. You're not looking for a long distance relationship unless you just want to have fun. But we're talking about those of you who are looking for, a more serious connection. You're looking for a long-term or a lifetime provider. Okay, you're not looking for something for today and tomorrow. You're not looking for something to pay for a pair of Steve Madden shoes or to get your hair done and things of that nature. Okay, you're looking for somebody who's going to come in, put you in that beautiful house, put you in that car, give you some beautiful churn, some health insurance, and have you set for life. Period. Okay. So what else we're talking about today, you guys? We have alternative to plastic surgery. Okay, let's talk about some healthy alternatives to plastic surgery. We're going to go over this really quick because too many of you asked me about plastic surgery. Okay. I know y'all watch my vlogs and y'all want to know, how is it that your girl Styron stays so beautiful and so sexy, okay, while she's Team 50? I tell y'all all the time, get your copper mug. Go to spiritualcandies.com. This copper mug, you guys, this water is so powerful. What you want to do is you want to fill this mug up with water overnight. You want to put a lid on it, okay? And in the morning, this will be the first cup of water you consume, okay? You don't need no sunscreen. You don't need all that lotion. You don't need all that stuff, okay? Seriously. This is no sunscreen. This is no Botox. This is no fillers. This is no lip, none of that. Okay. Everything is just all natural. I'm telling you, you want to give your body that electrical charge that it needs, because with all of this stuff penetrating us, you guys, here and there, all throughout the day, honey, it's hard enough to just live your life. Okay. So I would say get you, and this is for men and women, right? You want that electrical charge. Get you a copper mug. We have these. These are 100% pure copper. A lot of people sell them, but they are alloy on the inside and it's copper on the outside. So it just means copper, the color is what they sell you. So you got to be very careful and making sure that you are purchasing an authentic copper mug. Get these while you can. I've been giving y'all the recipe, but a lot of y'all aren't taking it. Okay. This will help with a lot of things that you take medication for. It can all be so simple. Okay. So yes, get you a copper mug. We have them on the website, www.spiritualcandies.com. Okay. Get you one. All right. So when it comes to natural alternatives to surgery, because y'all see that I speak about that a lot on my vlogs, when I post my vlogs, I tell you guys there are a lot of things that you can do that, you know, you don't have to go out and get surgery. So let's talk about them. We have all discussed the $3 nose job. If you have watched my vlogs, you guys have heard me mention the $3 nose job time and time and time again. That's one thing I think is the weirdest thing is when somebody goes to the plastic surgeon and asks for a nose that somebody else owns. Oh, you know, I want Shantae's nose. You know, they used to talk about that back in the day, I guess, like on like a lot of the TV shows, like the Kardashians and stuff like that, like a lot of those TV shows from back in the day, you know, they would take a picture, or the doctor would say, give me a picture of somebody that you want to look like. She don't exist because it's me after I have the surgery. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the weirdest thing. I just do not think that is healthy right there, for somebody to take a picture of somebody else and say, make me look like her, or make my nose, my lips, my boobs, make my body look like her. Like, that is just insane. That screams, I hate myself. That screams no self-esteem, no self-love. And that definitely screams therapy. You don't need surgery, baby. You need therapy. That's what that gives. But anywho, some of us, you know, we just want to maybe enhance, or, you know, do a little something, you know what I'm saying, to just enhance. I would prefer somebody who go in the surgery office and be like, look, just, you know, tone this in a little bit, make that a little narrow, you know, elongate this and that, like that. But don't take a picture of somebody else in it. That's freaky. Okay. That's very freaky. That's weird. And it's giving weirdo, right? So I want you to be confident in yourself. It doesn't matter if you need a little nip or tuck or whatever, that's fine. But be so in love with you. Okay. Just stay in love with you, right? So we talk about the $3 nose job, you guys. For those of you who want a nose job, contouring is very much so the business, okay? When I do my makeup, I do a light contour on my nose, you guys, okay? And I pretty much like to enhance the part of my nose that I feel like, you know, you guys would recognize, that I want to stand out the most, which is the bridge of my nose. I have a healthy bridge. So, of course, I want to highlight my bridge, you guys, and, you know, drive you into, you know what I'm saying? So I would say a nice contouring would help with those of you who want a nose job, okay? You just got to get good at that contour, honey. It's going to look like you got your nose done, okay? It does wonders. It's like magic, right? For the nose, for the body. For those of us who want BBL, now listen, I don't want to talk about these procedures as if they're bad, okay? Because that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying these are alternatives, right? So they have those little booty shorts, and they actually have jeans. They have everything now that lifts and enhances the buttocks, okay? I would say go out, because they had them back in my day. People used to wear them. I actually had on a pair back in my day, you know, once or twice. I thought it was the funniest thing. You know, it really wasn't for me, but I did wear them back in the day. And they were like these little girdle shorts that would just lift your buttocks. It doesn't, you know, add anything. You know, they had some with some padding. I didn't need those, right? I didn't need the one with the padding, but I did wear the shapers. So they do have these body shapers out there that will lift your buttocks and make it look like you don't got that booty done, okay? You will really, truly look like you have a BBL with wearing these undergarments, okay? So you guys can go and purchase some of those. For those of you who are considering a BBL or want a BBL, listen. I haven't heard the best things about the BBLs. You know, that sit down air or that walk by air is what they call it, honey. Ooch. I don't know about that. I don't think it's worth that, you guys. I personally have not ever smelled anyone with the BBL or been that close to anyone with the BBL to know what this walk by air or sit down air, honey. I've never heard of that conversation. But when I did hear of it, I thought that was the funniest thing, okay? But if you don't want to experience that bad sit down air or walk by air, honey, then you can get those little booty shorts, okay? You can just put them on and they will definitely give you that nice lift that you need to make it look like, okay, you went and got some work done. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Even with those little fajas and stuff that they give you, you know, they have those shapers out there that will lift you and make you look like, you know, you got a whole lot of junk in your trunk, okay? And then you come home, you take that thing off, you ain't even got to sleep. You know, people who have a BBL, I don't know if they sleep like this, but I'm like, dang, can you sleep on your back? I think a lot of them have to be, you know, sleep on their face and their stomach. And that is just torture. You know, some people are a comfortable face sleeper or stomach sleeper, but, you know, to me, I want to be able to flip over regardless. I'm a toss and turner. So I would start out on my back, but I would end up probably on my stomach. Okay, I'm going from my back to one side to the other side. and then I might lay on my stomach. Like, I can lay any direction, okay? So yes, you can go ahead and get some of those shorts, you guys, some of those shapers, the body shapers, all right? For those of us who want breast implants, listen, let me tell you something. Victoria's Secret is the key. I have not ever gotten a bra that has made me look like I have gotten my boobs done until I went and started buying Victoria's Secret bras, okay? I remember the first time I was introduced to getting Victoria's Secret bras. I knew a woman, and she had the smallest little droopy boobs, okay? She probably was an A cup, if I'm not mistaken. I think she told me she was the A cup, okay? And honey, she went and bought a bra from Victoria's Secret. And when she put the bra on, she took a picture of it and showed it to me. She said, girl, you gotta go get one of these bras. She had no boob, y'all. She was very small, okay? Honey, when them little things perked up in that bra and made the little babies look like some fresh, ready to pick peaches, oh, listen, I was like, whoa. She was like, girl, look at that. Like, seriously, I have not purchased a bra from anywhere else ever since. And I think this probably was back in 2000. This probably like back in 2000. I have not purchased a bra from anywhere since. Now, granted, it's not going to be an all-day thing, because the minute you take your bra off, gravity does kick in. However, when you step out, you want to look good, honey. You want some breast implants? Listen, cheaper alternative. Go and get you some good Victoria's Secret bras, and don't mess around and catch they bra sales when they like 60% off. I think they have something like that going on now. Listen, I get every color. I get every shape. I get the bedazzled one. I get them all. Those are some great, great bras. I don't care what size cup you are. Victoria's Secret got you. I'm not even going to lie. Okay. For those of us who want lip fillers, okay? For those of us who want lip fillers, I always say use the key to overline the top of your lip. You can overline not too much, but you can go right over the top of your lip, okay? And you can extend, okay? You see, I have very small lips, you guys. I do. I have very small lips. But when I want my lip to be bigger, you see, I go all the way up here. You see, that's what I do. Okay. I go all the way up there because I want my lips to look fuller, right? I don't care for the duck mouth to be like, dunk, dunk, dunk. I don't care for the duck mouth. Okay. Or the backward Pringles look. I don't care for that, right? I want my lips to look natural, and I want my lips to look healthy, right? So as opposed to getting lip fillers, you guys, you can line your lips, or you can wear those liners. You know how they have the lip liners? You can wear lip liners, you guys, that can make your lips look fuller and more enhanced, and it's very comfortable. It's not like you getting nothing injected. That looks very painful to me, first of all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very much so nervous about that, because that looks very, very, very painful. When you gotta leave out of there talking like this, oh my God, I gotta wait for my lips, and I gotta wait 5 days, you guys. And oh my God, that is the craziest thing to me. Okay. And when people have those big old plump lips, it just does not look comfortable to me. To me, it doesn't look sexy. It looks crazy. But, to men, and men probably enjoy it and like it, or maybe they enjoy it and like it. So to each his own on that. But in regards to lip fillers, you guys, an alternative would just be to get a lip liner, okay? Or line your lip with the lipstick to go, a little bit more bigger than what it normally is. And that's all you got to do. And like I say, it ain't going to hurt, okay? It's not going to hurt at all. It's not going to hurt at all. Hold up, I feel like my thing came loose. Okay? Let's look at Botox, you guys. As opposed to getting Botox, I'm going to tell you guys, I think a nice, healthy facial is a great alternative to Botox. I ain't even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie to you like that. Botox, as opposed to getting that stuff injected to make your face, because what you need with a facial is you need that massage to get the blood flowing in your face, to get all of the puffiness, to get the drainage coming out of your face. Okay, you want to move that blood in your face. The only time we really get our face massage is when we get up in the morning and we washing our face and things of that nature. The need to take time to do a nice, healthy massage on your face, you guys, that works wonders. Okay, it keeps the blood flowing. It stops your face from falling, you guys. Okay, and it pulls your skin, it tightens your skin and things of that nature. And we're not talking about using any creams or anything. We're just talking simply massaging your face. Because what happens when you get Botox, that stuff builds up under your skin and it starts to fall. And it's so many people that I see who get Botox, young and older, okay, let's say young and mature, that you can clearly see like dents in their face where the Botox is moving. Like you can, their face starts to look like paste. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I just can see that, but when I look at them, I can clearly see their face looks like a paste. It starts to look like a crazy mask, okay? And I'm like, ew, you can clearly see the Botox falling all up under your face and, you know, all up under their skin and stuff. That stuff does not age well, okay? Botox does not age well to me. And I would say don't start it, okay? But I would say get nice, healthy facial massages. You can do it yourself, or you can go to someone and you can get a nice, healthy massage. I'm telling you, that's all you need is to just pay attention to your face and to connect with your face and just to massage it every day. Give your face a nice, healthy massage, you guys, to get that blood flowing and to get all of that fluid moving through your face, because that's all that happens is that fluid builds up in the face, okay? And we just need to move it, right? So when it comes to Botox, you guys, a nice facial, right? A very nice facial. When it comes to a tummy tuck, a waist trainer or body shaper, it can all be so simple. We don't have to go out and get this, you know, expensive tummy tuck. And I just, you know, when people go, we'll talk about that later. But you don't have to go out and get this expensive tummy tuck, you guys, okay? When you can wear a waist trainer or you can wear a body shaper. Okay, that can work wonders for you, right? I would recommend going that route first, okay? If you feel like, you know, because sometimes I see some women who have like a puffy stomach. I'm like, girl, you can work that off. You can work that off. Now, me, I had a hangy stomach. I had because of my C-section, my fat, okay, or my stomach, even when I lost weight, the skin would hang over my C-section cuts. You can literally push them back and forth like this. You know what I'm saying? Like ping pong, that little machine. You can literally push them. It was just the most craziest thing. So I'm like, yeah, I got to get this cut off. Because when I lost weight, I did lose weight. It was nothing for me to lose the weight. I lost the weight, but I had that extra hangy skin that hung over, you know, and I'm like, It didn't create like an insecurity. I just didn't like this. I'm like, yo, I didn't have this before. I'm not going to have it now. Let's get this fixed. I told Bae, let's fix this. I done gave birth to your kids. You ain't going to leave me like this. So Bae say, all right, let's go. Okay. Bae say, all right, let's go. So yes, you guys, hold on. Is that Bae on me? So that's what the tummy tuck. You can get a nice waist cincher, body shaper, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can get that done, get that put on, you guys. A lot of clothing has the waist cincher built inside of it that you can wear. Okay, so yes, you can still look good. Look like you don't went and got a whole, you know, body makeover and things of that nature. We should be putting on nice shapewear underneath our clothing. You can go somewhere. For those of you who watch my vlogs, I will be introducing a place where you can go to get some beautiful shapewear that just, it don't look like you have on shapewear underneath. It just look like you all body. Okay, so I'm gonna take y'all with me. I'm gonna buy a couple pieces and I'm gonna put it on and show y'all what I'm talking about right now. All right, so don't forget, if you haven't checked out the vlogs, hey, go ahead. So in regards to tummy tuck, we're looking at waist trainers or simply body shapers. Okay, they're gonna fix that back, they're gonna fix that stomach and that side piece, honey. Have you looking all the way put together. Okay. Lipo, for those of you who want lipo, for those of you who like, I really want to get lipo, but I don't know if I want to pay that much or things of that nature, I would go back again to body shapers. Okay, a body shaper will solve your problems. They have body shapers that go, like you can wear them, like they have the ones that wear like a bathing suit. It's like a panty. They have the one that are like a full on short, okay, like a little booty short. They have the ones that are like a capri, and then they have ones that go all the way down to the dang on ankles. If you got to wear like a one piece, they got ones that go all the way down to the ankle. I used to wear Spanx a lot. I haven't purchased Spanx in a while. But that was one of my favorite go-tos was Spanx. You guys, Spanx used to do wonders for me. And I had no issue when it came to Spanx. So I would say, you know, like I say, you can go to Target. Target has some very good body undergarments, some body shapers and things of that nature. So yeah, I would definitely say, you know, go and, you know, see what it is that you can find in regards to a lot of this stuff. These are great alternatives, you guys, to plastic surgery so that you don't get caught up in, you know, that plastic surgery life, because I feel like once you get one thing done, then it kind of triggers something else, you know. Fortunately for me, I got my tummy tuck like probably been about 18, 19 years ago now, you guys. It's been a very long time since I got it. And I haven't gotten any other work done, you know what I'm saying? However, you know, I have been considering, you know, thinking about going back and get another little nip or tuck, you know, here and there. But, you know, I work out, you know what I'm saying? I work out, so I don't have an issue with, you know, getting my body right on together. And if there's any small thing that I want done, you know, I can go and just put on a nice body shaper and it could fix it right there. So yes, you guys, those are some healthy alternatives to plastic surgery, or some all natural alternatives to plastic surgery. So you guys don't have to worry about, you know, doing anything crazy, right? Or going under the knife, right? Because that's a very big decision, right? So let's move on to the next thing, you guys. We're going to talk about how to survive Mercury retrograde, because, you know, we just need to know. Shout out to those of you who got the Mercury retrograde bath. For those of you who got the Mercury retrograde oil, okay. Shout out to those of you who got the Mercury retrograde consultation. I'm going to be doing those. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see the date. Mercury actually goes retrograde on the 29th of this month. So starting Monday. Okay. So starting Monday, we're going to be doing the Mercury retrograde consultations for those of you who have already purchased it. So you will be getting your emails so that you can pick a date and or time for you to get your Mercury retrograde consultation. Okay. I love these consultations because they give you a great idea of what it is that's coming up. A lot of us just live like we think it's Wednesday. It ain't got nothing to do with us. It got everything to do with you. You just don't know. Okay. And you can have more control in your life when you have more awareness and more knowledge in your life. So we need to understand how it is that these planetary alignments affect us, because we don't ever pay attention to what it is that's going on out in the cosmos. We just think life is just life, and it's not. Okay. Mercury. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull up all of my notes in regards to Mercury so that we can get it out the way. All right. When Mercury goes retrograde, okay, let's first talk about what happens when Mercury goes retrograde, okay? Why is this coming up? All right. To survive a Mercury retrograde in the sign of Cancer, because it's going to be in the sign of Cancer, okay, you must focus on managing your emotions and protecting your home life. So things in your household, and also within your body, right? Also the body. Cancer is also connected to the body, okay? Rather than just worrying about scheduling or technology. So we want to manage our emotions. There can be some things that used to bother us that will be coming up. Because Cancer is a highly sensitive water sign that rules family, comfort, and the past, this specific retrograde triggers deep nostalgia. So it's things from your past that will be coming up, things that has not been resolved. It is any type of stored trauma when it comes to you. It could be any stored trauma between you and your mother, your grandmother, any other like feminine energy. Okay. It could be any type of beef with you and anyone. Okay. That can come up, something from the past that hasn't been resolved. Okay. It could be heightened moodiness that you experience and miscommunication with loved ones. So you definitely got to be very careful when it comes to that. Okay. Mercury, when it does go retrograde, okay. Who needs extra caution with this particular retrograde? Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. You guys need to be extra cautious via this time. Okay. Okay, when Mercury goes retrograde. It will start from June 29th and it will end on July 23rd. However, you do have to give it 2 weeks after that. It's kind of like when you turn off the oven, it doesn't get cold right away. It has to cool down, okay? So once it goes direct on July 23rd, you have to give it that cool down period, which is called the post shadow, okay? And that's when we give it that time. So we will still feel the effects of it, but eventually it will wean itself out, okay? This is a time for review, you guys. When Mercury goes retrograde, revisit something, to revise something, to reconnect to something. You want to avoid anything new, starting anything new, signing any new contracts, going somewhere new, doing something new, starting something new. Like if you want to start a business, this is not a time to start a business. This is not a time to sign any major contracts. This is definitely not a time to buy a car. This is not a time to move and get a lease. This is not a time to sign on any dotted lines, okay, at all. This is not a time to do any of that, all right? Let's see what else we need to know about this. When Mercury goes retrograde, its energy becomes unstable, okay, or it becomes weakened, leading to cognitive fatigue, technological glitches, and severe miscommunications, okay? There are certain things that we can do, okay, so that this time can be a lot smoother for us. A lot of us think when technology go out or when Twitter goes out or when TikTok goes out, y'all think that just be something random. No, okay? A lot of times that done happen during Mercury's retrograde or some sort of retrograde or some sort of planetary or astrological effect, okay? Hold on, let me see. I had all this stuff put up. All right, so we're going to talk about certain gemstones that you can wear, you guys, okay? If you have any of these, there are key gemstones for Mercury when it goes through retrograde, and one of them is emerald, okay? Emerald is actually the stone connected to Mercury, you guys, for those of you who didn't know. Emerald is the birthstone for, I believe, Taurus, but it is actually the gemstone for Mercury. This is my emerald right here, my emerald bracelet, you guys. This is natural emerald in its natural form. It hasn't been dyed or anything. So this is what emerald looks like as it comes out of the ground. Then they will, you know, shine it up a little bit, turn it into some little beads. So this is a very raw and natural emerald. Rocking emerald green or any type of green, you guys, can be very beneficial for this time. It is the most powerful stone for Mercury, and it is highly recommended for people in business, you guys, writing, teaching, or public speaking. Okay, when it comes to rocking that emerald energy, you can also wear a emerald ring. You can wear it in any form, okay, any shape or form. You guys, but it is the primary stone that is recommended during Mercury in its retrograde, okay? You can also choose other stones, which I'm going to show you guys as well. If you don't have the emerald stone, you can use a stone like peridot. This is peridot. It's a green stone, okay? A beautiful peridot, you guys, if you don't have emerald. Okay, so you can rock a stone like peridot. You can also rock green jade, you guys. This is green jade. A nephrite jade would be stronger, but this is a natural green jade stone right here that you can rock if you have that. You can rock a green tourmaline, which I don't have that. This one right here is a green garnet, which is also called savarite. Okay. This is another green stone that you can rock, you guys. Okay, this is also known as a green garnet. Okay, you can also rock green aventurine. I have this one right here, which is a green aventurine, you guys. Like I say, if you have any green stone, that will be great for you to rock during this time. This is a green aventurine right here. If you don't have any green stones, you guys, you can rock aquamarine. This is my aquamarine stone. It is a beautiful blue stone. Y'all know it is connected to les oceans. So I have this little piece on here. All of these bracelets were custom made by myself, you guys. So this is a beautiful stone right here, aquamarine. It is blue. So this is for the technology aspect of it. And this is for the mind. And this is for communication, right? Also, you can rock fluorite. Okay, this is a nice purple. It has a little bit of green, black, okay, in it, and also clear, right? So this is a beautiful stone that you can rock during Mercury's retrograde as well, you guys. This is called fluorite. Okay. You can also rock hematite, okay? For those of you who haven't seen hematite, hematite is another stone that you can rock with during Mercury's retrograde to bring about stability, okay? And to bring about a groundedness, because when Mercury goes retrograde, it can cause us to, you know what I'm saying, be all over the place, you guys. So these are just a few stones that you can rock, have in your aura, have on you during this Mercury retrograde to keep you kind of, you know, grounded in your energy, and so that you aren't thrown off with the confusion and with the glitches and all of that stuff. You definitely want to keep yourself in a healthy mental, okay? Hold on. So, Mercury translates to intellect and wisdom. The emerald is officially classified as Mercury's gemstone, and wearing emerald jewelry acts as an energetic conduit, bringing stability, logical reasoning, and mental sharpening when the planet itself appears to be moving backwards. Okay. Mercury retrograde, y'all hear me messing up my words, right? Mercury retrograde is famous for causing brain fog and erratic decision making. According to platforms like the green depths of an emerald hold a precise clearing energy. It acts like a mental filter, cutting through illusion, reducing anxiety, and restoring concentration so you don't overact or misunderstand situations. Because Mercury rules commerce, legal contracts, and daily transit, its retrograde period frequently triggers business delays, technical errors, and financial mishaps. Astrological retailers suggest that wearing emerald green jewelry acts as a protective shield against sudden career setbacks or financial losses during this phase. Beyond emeralds, general green stones like green aventurine, I believe that was this one, okay, or a green fluorite, which is here, this one here, the green fluorite, okay. They align with the heart chakra. During a retrograde, communication breakdown easily causes accidental arguments, as noted by a lot of practitioners. Green stones soothe your delivery, helping you to express your intentions with emotional balance and empathy rather than frustration. To survive a Mercury retrograde in Cancer, you must focus on managing your emotions and protecting your home life. Okay, because Cancer is a highly sensitive water sign that rules family, comfort, and the past. This specific retrograde triggers deep nostalgia and heightened moodiness and miscommunications with loved ones. So this could bring up some, you know, some sort of trauma. Maybe there's some sort of trauma in the family that hasn't been addressed or has been ignored, or things of that nature. So this retrograde is just going to bring up those conversations that we don't really want to have within the family. Okay. It can be within your family, like your mom, your dad, your sister, your siblings. And it can also be within your family with your own household, you and your children and your significant other. If you don't have any kids, it can be within you, you know, you with whomever it is that you consider your family, or the most connected people that you consider family in your life. So you definitely want to make sure that, you know, whatever this trauma is that's going to be coming up, because it does come up for each and every one of us. A lot of things that happen when Mercury goes retrograde too is exes. Okay, exes that we still probably haven't gotten over. When Mercury goes retrograde, you tend to dream about an ex. If there is some unresolved trauma or an unresolved life lesson connected to an ex, you can dream about them as well. They will pop up in your dreams, or sometimes they'll pop up in a DM, or, you know, all of a sudden on social media, hey girl, hey, you know, hey, what's up? How you doing? You know, you just will hear from them, or maybe you can run into them. You know, I would hate that part, but you know, you might even run into an ex. Okay, it brings up things from the past. So whenever a planet goes retrograde, we're talking about unresolved cycles. We're talking about unresolved trauma. We're talking about energy that is preventing us from moving forward. So these planets go retrograde so that we can go back to that energy, back to that time, and we can heal that problem so that we are not stuck, you know, or we're not able to move forward. Once that planet goes direct, if you have done the work and you have, you know, healed whatever that trauma is, you will start to see your life move forwards. Things that you have been trying to get done, you like, oh my God, all of a sudden it's just things are starting to happen like this. When before it was so many obstacles, and that obstacle was the energy within you, that energy connected to you that was preventing you from moving forward. It's all about that stuck energy that we have to move out of the aura, out of the body. So if you want to know exactly what it is that this Mercury retrograde will be bringing up for you so that you can, deal with it and get rid of this trauma or get rid of this stagnant energy, I strongly suggest you go to spiritualcandies.com and book you a consultation, the Mercury retrograde consultation with your girl Siren today. See y'all soon, y'all.